That's awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. All right, guys. So let's get started. It's really important for us to be able to, no matter where we are, to be able to celebrate our successes so that we can fuel future successes. So anyone that has had a success this past week, whether you sponsored a new coach, it doesn't matter what kind of coach, whether you sponsored a challenger, you made Success Club 5, you got 2 points. Let's put some celebrations out there. And those are just suggestions. You're welcome to celebrate whatever you want from the week. So let's do this quickly. Boom, boom, boom.
I'll go.
Okay.
Because I had a really awesome experience just yesterday. I was talking to a person that's in one of my challenge groups, and she opened up to me and said that she's a drinker and she drinks every day and she really needs help and she's never said this to anybody, and we really connected and I really helped her, and I feel like that was like a victory that she was able, like I've been messaging her a lot, and just recently she opened up to me. So I just feel like that's like a huge victory, and I'm trying to help her.
That's
not a counselor, but you know what I mean. It's like I just connected with her.
Yeah, awesome for sharing that, Maria, because it's number one, because you have labeled yourself previously as a grouch, which is not true. And you're such a caring person. So to find confirmation of that, and to hear that coming from you is really, really awesome. So
yeah. And I'm going to keep up with her. So I just feel like that was a huge victory this week. So
thank you for sharing. That's really awesome. Next person, go ahead. Just unmute yourself and talk. We're not in class.
Okay, I'll go. It's Christina. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's more about getting more comfortable with getting on the phone with like prospects through a coaching post that I actually had someone reach out to me through in a message, and we connected on the phone, and basically getting more comfortable about talking about the business on the phone with the complete stranger, which is something that's out of my comfort zone because I'm used to, messaging. I can create conversation, invite, and everything by text, but I don't really have a lot of experience with getting on the phone with people, and so that was a little bit out of my comfort zone. And we still made a good connection. She's more of like gym based, so she's still like, I don't know about the home, so we're still doing conversation back and forth. But it's just the fact that for me to be more comfortable through practice of actually doing it, getting on the phone and feeling comfortable with just my confidence of what I believe in the business. And so I know that that's one of, not a weakness, but a skill that I know that I want to improve on. And also a past challenger who is, who finally gave me a date. We've been going back and forth. She's already done a 1 round, and she is out on vacation right now. So, we've been going back and forth about the coaching, and she's interested because obviously she's felt the change and she's ready to sign up early next month. So I'm definitely keeping that relationship with her. And more than just coaching, connecting with her on other levels as far as, her family, what she's enjoying on vacation, things like that, other things we can connect with, and then definitely following up to sign her up by November to be a coach.
Yay! Awesome. So, we're super proud of you, and I know that you haven't wanted to get on the phone and you freaking did. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to say one thing. BOD, Beachbody On Demand, the equipment room for that, those are workouts that you actually do at the gym. So just write that down for yourself so that you can, and then we can discuss off this call tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let's hear from one of the guys. Barton, you had your, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So my win this week is involved with me, period. I've been using ACO and sending her Emerald emails, and she finally she's got the fire and is now just reached up to become a building team member.
That is flipping awesome. Yay. And you can't discount coaches, Look at Sherry's shaking her head. She told me she just wanted to be a discount coach, and she's building, and now she wants to retire her husband. So that's awesome. Okay, another victory from another guy. There aren't that many. Darren, come on.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So I think I had 2 victories this week. I had one of my old coaches. I contacted her. I've been getting in touch with her for a while now, but she's finally thinking of coming back into coaching. So that's good news. And I've been reaching out to a friend of mine who was a coach. He quit and went into modeling, and now he's coming back as a coach. And he's going to Super Saturday with me. So. And he's thinking about coming back into coaching, so that's good.
That's awesome. And know that Scotty's away this week, but we're available to you guys, to do 3-way calls if we need to. We want to help you get to your goal. All right. Is there anyone that feels that nothing good has happened for them this week?
No, I have a good thing.
Go ahead, Kim.
I've been really focusing on inviting prospects to go to Super Saturday with me, which generally I only focus on taking my team, but I've really reached out to the people that I've talked to about the prospect of building a business, and I have 7 people confirmed, 4 of which are coming to mine. I have a relative in Florida that's going to attend in Florida, and I'm looking for a Super Saturday in Oregon for one of my coaches downline and his wife, because I want to get them back into the business. So I'm kind of reaching down in my downline and trying to build from there as well. So that's a huge success for me because I've never quite done it this angle before. So I'm kind of excited.
This angle means what?
Before for Super Saturday, I've always focused on bringing my current team, not potential coaches.
Yeah.
So.
And you seem very different too. You've got a renewed fire. You look brighter too. All right, more boys, men. 2 more guys, and then we'll move on with our. Who's that? Jay?
Joey.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. This is a student. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try to make it as quick as possible. First of all, thanks for the group. Very helpful.
That's awesome.
And thankful for everything that you guys are doing. So I kind of lost some momentum through the summer, and once I looked at how I was going to map out this goal to diamond, I knew that I had a lot of work to do. So the first thing that I did was I went back to the tools that were in front of me. In other words, I reached out to my past members because I could sense that a lot of them were falling off track. So right now I'm running a challenge group of about 20 of those past members. Also told them to invite family and friends, which has been helpful. So I'm gaining momentum, gaining some sales through that group. On a personal level, Barton and I have been chatting a little bit, and we became accountability partners. And I also asked him if I could join his challenge group, just to stay on track with my own goals and kind of like fully immerse myself. So my focus is totally on building this business.
Yes, that is flipping awesome. I have to share with you, that is really, really cool. I have to share with you that one of the things that I saw, we just went to a leadership retreat, right? People have been around for 8 years, 7 years, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we repeat this over and over again, that the vital behaviors, what are they? Working out, drinking Shakeology, doing personal development, and inviting. And what I saw was that some people, they've just completely fallen off the working out wagon. How can you be excited about sharing and inviting to the opportunity or to challenge groups if you're not embracing your fitness, right? Is that what you're finding? And so
that's right. And that's hit it right on the head, Barbie, because I kind of had found with everything that was going on in my life through the summer that I had lost that energy.
Yes.
Like Buddy says, you have to day in, day out build that energy. So I felt like by joining Barton's group,
good,
I could also learn from him and renew that energy for myself.
That is flipping great. So 2 things there. Number 1, you found a success partner, because it sounds like that's what you are, a partnership. Yeah. And we've encouraged you guys to get yourself a partner and you're resourceful, find the way. There are 20 faces in this group, and we've created little groups within Facebook, like the message thread, for example. So find yourself a partner. Number 2, if you're not fully on working out and drinking your Shakeology every day and you're feeling stuck in your business, I'm telling you that's why it's happening, because there's nothing to be excited about. You're not feeling the benefits of being fit and seeing changes. And I can tell you that from personal experience, because I just did the test group and I'm flipping excited again. And I had lost that. And it doesn't matter. Like, people say, oh, but it's easy for you because you're married to the beast. So Guy doesn't make me work out. So Guy doesn't make me eat right. He's my husband, not my trainer. And so I'm in the same boat as everyone else. I have to feed my own enthusiasm and my own passion, and the same with Scotty. So get yourself a success partner and work out. The second thing I saw, or that we saw at Leadership, was personal development is huge. I mean, Scotty's coach Kendra filmed everything, right? There were coaches that were 14-star, 15-star diamond coach, and that they actually had thoughts of quitting because life got hard. One person got clinically depressed. The other one let a comparison get to her. And it was through personal development that they got themselves out of slumps. This is life. Like, Sherry has some stuff going on right now with, if you don't mind me sharing that, Sherry, with your mom, and I said, Sherry, put your family first, but shit is always going to happen. Like, just life happens, and you have to be able to stay on track, even though life is happening. People get sick, people lose their jobs. I mean, things just happen. So another thing that we kept hearing over and over at Leadership was how, hold on, my phone is falling, and I'm in a balcony, was how no matter where we are in our business, we have to constantly be feeding ourselves with personal development, because guess what? Negative thoughts are natural. Like, if we don't plant flowers, weeds are going to grow. That's our brain. We don't need any help planting weeds. So if you're not doing your personal development every day, you're going to have trouble in this business. Okay, so raise your hand, and now we're getting to the fun, deep work and of being really honest. Raise your hand if you have a limiting belief or some limiting beliefs that are holding you back in some way or another. Kirill, everyone. So is there nothing holding you back, Haley? Because I didn't see your hand raised.
Not today.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Okay, awesome.
I'll speak in tomorrow. We're changing.
Okay, but that's awesome. Okay, so can some of you, and we have to move along, but Haley, if today you're not having that, that's awesome. I have days like that too. But I want you to still identify your biggest limiting beliefs, right?
Okay, I know what it is.
Okay, go ahead and say it since you're unmuted.
It is just believe in yourself,
No, your limiting belief. I don't care about you, other people. Your limiting belief. What's that thing that you sometimes say about yourself that is holding you back?
That I can't do it. That I don't believe in myself.
Okay.
That it's impossible.
There we go. Okay. All right. We want to hear from other people. Just blurt it out, and don't talk for 20 minutes on it, but just boom.
So for myself, it's not that I don't believe, it's the fact of how, I guess maybe the impatience or the path of growing into this leader I am or can become. But I guess, like how we go through, I guess the personal development, I guess you touched on it, like listening to it daily, helping that, set your mindset up daily.
So I'm not looking for solutions right now. I just want, what is your limiting belief? On your worst day, when you feel like,
I guess
I can't be a good leader.
Okay, there we go. So let's get real and let's get to the point. I can't be a good leader. I have those feelings too, by the way. And Scotty, I don't know if you have any, thoughts that, go ahead.
There's days I catch myself I position myself and tell myself I'm the top male Beachbody coach, right? I say that to myself every day. I believe I can become and continue to be that person. But I catch myself sometimes saying, because I know, for example, people ahead of me, like my coach Lindsay, I know what she makes, and it's triple what I make. And sometimes say, well, maybe I just can't be as good as she is at this. You know, there must be something wrong with me because she's there and I'm here, which is comparing, you know.
Yeah. So I'm not, so really at the bottom of that is I'm not good enough, right? Or I'm not as good. As good as this person. Yeah. And guess what? I've had the exact same thoughts with the exact same person, you know, like, so, okay. Share more. We really do want to hear from other people. So let's just be honest. Like, I'm not good enough, or I can't be a good leader.
Mine is I don't have anything sufficient enough to share of value.
I love it. I don't love it, but I get it. Thank you. Steve?
Mine probably would have to be I'm not consistent enough. I'll go in spurts. Consistent, and it's just with everyday life.
Okay, and I think that with this one, we have to dig deeper. So behind that is the belief that
that I'm not succeeding as much as I want to with it.
Okay,
you're going deep. You're going.
Yeah, because you know what? So far, you're identifying facts, right? You are not consistent. You're not consistent. You're not going to get the results. Right? Maybe a limiting belief is that I am tapping out my market, you know, that I'm running out of people to talk to, that, you know, and so I won't have success because I'm running out of people, right?
Right. That's, and that is how I feel with it.
I'm a mind reader too. Okay. All right. So is that belief holding you back?
Right.
Okay? All right, so I think there's something there. So just explore that a little more. Nancy, why are you smiling? There's no smiling in our calls. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Nancy, your limiting belief. Unmute yourself. Nancy K. Nancy C.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, wrong Nancy. I was looking on top first. Nancy C.
Okay, mine is similar to what's already been said. I'm not good enough. And the second one is I can't really help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps me from inviting because I feel like I can't really help anybody. That's my limiting belief.
We're going to have fun with you today. Okay. All right. Maria, limiting belief, that thing that's holding you back, that belief. And go ahead and mute yourself once you've spoken.
Like what Steve was saying, I put myself out there, but I don't think I put myself out there like what I really need to be. And I feel like also I don't have like the look I'm supposed to have.
There we go. That's it. That's
how I feel.
Yes, that's a limiting belief. So I believe that I don't have the look that I'm supposed to have. So people
they're not attracted to me because they're like, really? You're working out? Look at you.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's real. I mean,
it is real.
Yes. No, it's a real belief, not that it's the truth, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I get a lot of compliments, but that I guess it's like, I don't believe it.
Right. Okay. So the fact that you're not putting yourself out there enough is a fact. Just like Steve was saying, he's not consistent enough or doesn't put good value out there. But behind that is the belief that who's going to follow me? You know, I don't look like this.
Like Lindsay, I don't look like Lindsay Matway.
Well, neither do most people. So,
right. I mean,
you know, okay, but we got it. All right, Nancy K. And go ahead and mute yourself, Maria. And I'm sorry if I'm rushing you.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, go ahead, Nancy K.
Mute. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There we go.
For me, I really have a hard time picturing myself leading a team.
Because you believe
that maybe I'm not creative enough, or to be able to come up like with all these great things like that you come up with.
No.
You know, I'd be like, hi, how's everybody doing? You know?
So you need to be creative.
I would learn that. I'm sorry?
I said you need to be creative to be a good leader.
You're breaking up on me.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I said, do you have to be creative in order to be a good leader? Is that the main quality of being a good leader?
Probably not, but I guess it's just hard for me to picture myself doing that. Sorry, my cat's shedding in my face.
That's okay. So, so your limiting belief is, I'm not a good leader, or I wouldn't make a good leader because X, Y, and Z, and you can fill in the blank. Okay. So you can fill in the blanks. Okay. Leslie, your limiting belief
is that this takes way too much time. I don't have enough time. This takes a lot of time.
Thank you for being honest. Okay. So that's not necessarily a fact, and that's why I'm not disputing her. Okay. And we'll examine that later. So maybe there are things that she can do to be more efficient, but that is a belief. And if you believe that it's taking too much time and you don't have the time, how can you be successful? Right. Desiree?
I'm getting over both of these things, but one is that I don't know how to share the right way so that people will find value in the groups or coaching. I know it has to do with whether the time is right for them or not, but I kind of feel I could say more to get them in the groups. And then I'm getting over this one, is that people will think I'm being deceptive or I'm deceiving them if I introduce the opportunities in the groups too soon. Even when I'm forming and building relationships, I still feel like they're going to be, whoa, that's the only reason you are getting to know me. But I'm learning that's not true because I'm doing a lot more inviting.
Okay, awesome. So you get to pick one of them tonight, okay? And I would pick the biggest one. We'll go from the bottom. Jay?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. And not now because you're muted again. You're muted.
Can you hear me now? Okay. My limiting belief is that I don't like to hear no. I don't like rejection, so that's a big one. Regardless of how much personal development I read, it still hangs me up.
Okay, I'm going to stop you. Is that a fact? You don't like to, I don't like to hear no, that's a fact. Is that a fact or a limiting belief? That sounds like a fact to me. Do you like to hear no?
No, I don't like to hear no.
Okay. So behind hearing no is something deeper. I'm playing psychologist today. Because if you get no, what is the belief that you have when people tell you no?
When people tell me no, the belief that I have is that I guess I'm offering something that they can't use, or I feel like the value that I'm offering them, I feel like a salesman, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. So when people tell me no, I don't want to hear no, because I believe that when people tell me no, they're going to think that I'm, this ugly salesman, right? And that would stop me too.
Yes, and then I forgot the last person who's talking her name, but the fact that
Desiree, yeah?
People think that there might be an ulterior motive to the relationship because I'm trying to sell them something. And in the last 6 months, I have lost friends over this business because of that fact. Regardless of my perception, other people's perceptions have changed toward me. So it's
okay. So it's a deep limiting belief, and it could be that you might need to change your strategy, but it's not that you are a salesperson, but we'll get to that. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Jay, and we'll come back. Yep. Christian? Or it says Christian, but you're a girl. I don't know if Christian is a girl or guy, but.
I am a girl. And
yeah, no, I could see you're a girl. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
No, I know. I would have to say I'm with Steve on the fact that I feel like I've maxed out, not completely, but my Facebook. And then also with Nancy is then you feel like you don't look like you're supposed to. You're not in 110% shape, you know. And then also frustration with trying to manage a family of 6. And I'm trying. I'm not giving up or anything, but I know that I just have to manage my time.
That's not a belief. Or, I mean, the belief could be I can't do it because my family's too big and I don't have time. Okay, for tonight, I want you to pick one, and then you can do this exercise on your own with each one of the beliefs that you've mentioned, okay? Yes, Christian? I wanted a thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Cami? Your limiting belief.
My limiting belief would be that I'm not good enough. So.
Yep. Okay.
That's what it is.
Yep. And a lot of us feel like that. So, okay. Awesome. Thank you, Cami. And we're going to work on it. So I'm not good enough to succeed. Darren. This is fun.
I guess one of mine would be that if I'm not successful as a coach, how am I going to help other people become successful at it?
Okay.
If I don't know, if I haven't figured it out, how am I going to be able to help others do it?
Great. And that's a common belief, and I bet other people in the group feel the same. So great. Okay, Darren. Thank you. Joey?
Hey, I've been thinking about this question while you Barbie, but lately, I think one of the limiting beliefs that I have, it's not really limiting, but something that comes into my mind that's sort of like a negative, is my area. I live in an area that is not really high on the income scale, and it's a small population. And I remember when I first started, signed up with Scotty, that's the first thing that I asked him. Can I do this business in such a small area? Got it.
Christina, you're not muted, and we can hear your background noise. Is that your biggest limiting belief, you would say, Joey?
Like I said, I don't think so, just because I see people, other coaches that live in small towns that are very successful.
But is it holding you back?
At times it is. At times.
Cool. Yep. We can choose that one. All right. Kim, and then Sherry, and I think we're done. Okay, Kim.
My negative belief is I feel like I don't have the ability or the niche to reach thousands of people like a couple other top coaches that I watch and that I follow and that had started right where I was at and have like shot to the top. So I have this like nagging negative thought in the back of my mind all the freaking time. And
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because none of the things that you guys are saying is true. So it's awesome. Okay, great. Keep that in mind. And then finally, Sherry, last but not least.
Okay. First of all, I'm on to.
Okay.
I do believe that I'm a good leader. I want to start with that. My issue is that I don't believe I'm good enough to draw people to what I have to offer, that I don't have what it takes to be a gatherer. That's just something that's plagued me from the beginning. It's gotten a little bit better, but not enough.
Okay. So, I mean, I would fight you if I had more time that you believe you're a good leader, but if if you believe that you're having a hard time gathering people. But don't worry,
Yeah, well, if I could gather them, I think I would be good at leading them. I just can't gather them.
That's perfect. Because that's limiting you. Okay, and then total non-video participants, go ahead and speak your truth or speak your negative belief, which is not your truth. Go ahead. There's go ahead, 863. And who are you?
Okay, this is Nafi.
Hey, girl.
So my limited belief is, why would this work for me? You know, like,
because you are.
Because this is nothing that I have ever done before, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
I love it. Oh my God, it's like I'm holding myself back from saying stuff. Okay, be like, no, that's not true because. So okay, thank you, Nafi. And then finally, there's 703. And go ahead and mute yourself, Nafi. So 703, who's that?
Hey, this is Sean. So mine is, I'm afraid to build a compelling vision or future for myself because I'm afraid that I will not achieve it.
I'm just thinking, yeah, that's clear. I'm afraid that I won't achieve my vision because.
Yeah, because I'm afraid to make that compelling vision that will push me to achieve the things I know I can do, because I'm afraid by getting outside of my comfort zone and going for it that I may fail, and I don't want to fail.
So behind that is the belief that you will fail.
Yes.
Right? So I believe that I'm going to fail if you really put yourself out there, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for being honest. This is so much fun. Let's do something with these beliefs now. So one question that I have for you, and I'm going to give you a full minute to just write down some notes, and then I'm going to take you through this process. How is this limiting belief that you have serving you? Because it's serving you. And so you have to decide. I want you to think about it. How is this serving you? And Scotty's doing the work too. And I'm actually doing the work because I have Scotty's same exact issue. I'm gonna call on Scotty. And you're gonna just have to think on your feet. And we don't have time to call on every single person. So I'm just gonna call on 2-3 people to give me their answers, okay? So Scotty, and by the way, of course, we're taking turns leading these calls. It's so much fun. So go ahead. And you're muted. Hold on, you're muted, Scotty.
Okay, give me that question one more time.
Yeah. How is your limiting belief serving you? How is it helping you?
It is not helping me at all.
It is though.
No, it isn't. Okay. The limiting belief, how is it helping me?
And this is Tony Robbins. This is not me being the expert, right? So there's something in that, and because I have the same issue as you, it's helping you in some way. It's protecting you in some way. How is believing that you're not as good as Lindsay Matway, for example, because she makes 3 times as much as you do, how does that help you or serve you?
I'm having a hard time saying that it serves me because I can't really see clearly how it serves me right now. I guess.
Can anyone? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask.
I was going to say, can anyone else see how it might be serving? So Barton sees it.
I would.
Barton.
So mine serves me.
No, not you. I want to talk about Scotty. How does Scotty's belief serve him? That he's not as good as X person because they make.
So for Scotty, the way it serves him is it makes him feel comfortable by when he doesn't achieve what she is achieving, it's okay because he believes that to be true.
Yes. I see. Thank you. Does that sound accurate, Scotty? Because that's what it is for me. But
it also helps me to feel, when I feel that way, feel comfortable with where I'm at and not not uncomfortable in my business.
Dude, you just it just hit me in the stomach and slapped me in the face and gave me goosebumps. Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And I have to tell you, it's really funny that we're paired up because I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So, and it's a big aha moment already because I'm like, I'm just protecting myself, you know? I don't work as hard as Lindsay. I see her posting. I see the effort that she's putting in. I've seen her say she works 100-hour weeks. I don't freaking do that, you know? So I should shut up. Okay.
That's how I see it serving both of you. It gives you something to drive towards, you know, because you guys are motivators. And if you want to catch up to it.
Well, yes. Yes, but if we got rid of that belief, then we would allow ourselves to just do the work that it takes in order to get there. But, right? So, and we could empower. Right? Yes, absolutely. Okay. Two more people with how your limiting belief is serving you. And we can take volunteers with this. And hurry up. Just unmute yourself and speak.
Can I go?
Leslie, is that you?
Desiree.
Oh, Desiree, go ahead.
Yeah. It's making me reach out to other coaches and learn what they do and to apply that. Yeah. That's how I've been changing a ton in just 2 days.
So, and that's how it's serving you. So your limiting belief, again, is that you're going to be salesy and ugly.
Deceptive, and I'm not going to, the deceptive one.
Got it.
Salesy and deceptive.
Okay, got it. So you've been able to turn that around a bit and help it serve you. How else is it serving you? Believing that.
I'm reaching out and inviting more people and trying what the other coaches are saying and noticing that it's working. And that people don't think I'm deceptive and that I'm using them.
That's how you're dealing with it, which is also super positive, right? So actually believing, so you've already made two or three, 5 steps progress with this, but if you actually believe that you're going to be spammy and that people are going to get offended, how does that protect you? How does that belief protect you?
It's a really good question. I have to think about that. You can have somebody else go while I'm thinking about it, so I don't take up time.
Okay. Leslie?
So I had said that one of my limiting beliefs is, I don't have the time for this. I'm too busy. This takes up too much time. And that limiting belief serves me because then when I don't do everything that I'm supposed to do, I can say, see, I don't have the time.
Yep.
And and I think what might help people is, you're saying serving. What happens is there's a benefit to all behaviors,
She's a
good and bad. Good and bad. We engage in behaviors that serve or benefit us, even if they're damaging to us. So, for example, I think to myself, this is too much. I can't do this. I'm overwhelmed. Then when I don't do it, I can excuse it and say, see, well, it really wasn't me. It was that I'm too busy and I'm overwhelmed and I have too much on my plate.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. I was looking for the word. I saw that the word serving wasn't really resonating. Okay. Is there anyone that absolutely needs to say something before we move on to the 4 questions? Nobody? Okay. So raise your hand if you do have an idea of how this limiting belief is serving you. Everyone, right? Okay. So now let's see what we can do to turn it upside down. Okay, the first question. So first I want you to write down your limiting belief. I believe that no's are confirmation that I'm not a worthy person, whatever that thing is for you. I believe I don't have enough time. I believe that I can't make it because my family's too big and I'm too busy. I believe I can't gather people because I'm not a good gatherer. Okay, ready? So you've written it down. Okay, first question. If your life depended on it, answer, is this true? Is this true? And that could be just yes or no. Okay, the second question is, do I have all the possible information necessary to know that this is true? I love this question. Can you, or just stated more simply, can you absolutely know that this is true? You are not a good gatherer. It is absolutely true. I have gathered all the information necessary to confirm that Sherry is not a good gatherer. I have all the necessary information to know that Christian cannot make it in this business because she has 6 children and she's too busy. I have all the necessary information to know that Barton and Cami are not good enough. Okay, so you're answering that for yourself. And then I want you to actually go ahead and just take, a minute or whatever you need to just answer that question. Okay. This is hard work, but it's so worth it. It's hard work because you really have to look at yourself and you're like, whoa. Okay, the third question is, what do I feel, experience, and become like when I believe this thought? So what do I feel like? What do I experience? What do I become like when I believe this thought? You feel blank. You experience blank. You become a certain way. So another follow-up question to that is, how do you react, or what happens when you believe that thought? Okay, and last question, and then we're going to do something else with it, is, if this thought didn't exist, how would I feel, how would I behave, and how would you experience life? So if this thought didn't exist, how would I feel, how would I behave, and how would I experience life? What would I be like? In other words, who would you be without this thought? I'm going to put the questions in the chat box. Okay, they're in the chat box. Okay, this is a little bit harder to explain, but we're going to do this anyway. Okay, turn the thought back around. Actually, no, never mind. We're not going to do that because that's more about other people. Okay. So can we get some shares so far, and then we'll go to the last and necessary next step? Did anyone have any aha moments already in doing this exercise? Did anyone find 100% proof that your belief is the truth? I thought you believed it. Can we get some shares?
I'll share.
Go ahead.
So my limiting belief was I can't really help anyone. And
Oh, that's okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I can see you. I was looking for the voice. Uh-huh.
So when you asked, do I have all the possible information? Well, it's impossible to gather all the information. I thought, well, I have helped people. I have helped people, so why can't I help more people? So why do I believe I can't help people? I guess because I just realized I've helped people before, so why can't I help more people?
Yep. So for you, if you believe that you can't help people, I want to challenge you to write down, not right now, but I want you to do this, 10 instances where in Beachbody you have helped people.
Okay.
I mean, I see you doing it every single day. So, and it's really awesome. You're like the most giving person I know, one of the most giving person. Okay, Nancy, go ahead and mute yourself. Someone else that hasn't really spoken today? Go ahead. No, you've spoken, Barton. Well, you've all spoken. Christian, do you want to go? You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I have stuff going on over here. I guess I really thought about what is my limiting belief, and I think it was Kim that said it, is how do I become as big as the other coaches have become? And I've been blogging and YouTubing and everything, and I just feel like I haven't got anything from it, and it's a lot of work. And
so hold on. So your limiting belief is what then? Like if my limited belief is that blank is holding me back. You know, what's holding you back?
I guess just all the effort I put into it, and I haven't seen anything harvested.
Okay, so I believe that I'm not going to see any return on my effort. Okay, so do you have all the possible information necessary to know that that's exactly true?
No. And I guess when I say no is I just need to research more with social media. I just need to keep being consistent. Yeah, so I don't know I'm afraid with as much going on and taking away from my family is all that time being useless. And then I have other people who are around me that are really important that kind of voice that opinion as well.
So it sounds like to me that your limiting belief is that you don't have time to be successful because, I mean, that's what it's, because, I mean.
Well, I don't want to say that. I can make time. You know, like Scotty says, if I have to get up at 4 in the morning and stay up till midnight, I mean, I'll do it. But I just need to see some kind of change. You know, I went diamond pretty quickly, and then I started to see people falling off. But I felt like I maxed out my Facebook relationships. And then, so I knew I need to outsource, like Steve said, I needed to be blogging and YouTubing and getting all that done. And then thinking of the content of putting out there. And so it's just very overwhelming. I don't get down, but I do get frustrated.
Okay. And I understand that. So I would say, so if your limiting belief is that all the effort that you're putting out there is not yielding the results, is not going to yield the results, that's limiting you, then you don't have all the information. So my next question for you, and not for us to answer here, is what resources are available to me so that I can make better decisions? Okay. All right. We're going to just one more share. I want to hear from Scotty. This is fun. Go ahead, Scotty. Do you have all the information that you need to know that that is exactly true? Hold on, you're muted.
Do I have all the information? You know, I'm doing like 6 hours of personal development a day, like on audio, and I know 100% that that thing I'm saying is not the truth. That I can reach just as many people as she does. Nobody can keep me from working as hard as she does or anybody else does for that. So like I have all the tools and knowledge available to do it if I stop telling myself that story.
And, ultimately, and because that's what I'm telling myself too, I recognize that for me, it's a choice, right? So am I willing, and that was what we talked about on the team call yesterday, am I willing to pay that price, to get up at 4 for example, get up at 4 in the morning, go to sleep at 10. I don't know. So yeah, and it's funny because I did this exact exercise with that exact question. And I was like, no, I don't have all the necessary information to say this is absolutely true. I'm not as good as this person, or I don't have the potential to be as good as that person. Okay, one more person, and then we're going to go to the turnaround. One more person.
I'll go. Kim.
Kim, where are you? There you go. Okay.
Mine is basically believing that I'm not able to be a top coach because I don't but I still believe it.
But a way to dismantle that belief is to ask yourself, do you have all the evidence necessary to prove that you're not as good as all the other people, and that you don't have the capabilities and the resources as other people?
Do you want me to be real?
Yeah.
I feel like my evidence is that I'm not a top coach. So yeah.
Right. Because
I don't. Go ahead.
Have you always been consistent no matter what?
No.
Okay. So can you find evidence to prove why you're not a top coach? That might help you.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. I can give you 10 reasons why you're not a top coach, and I can give you 10 reasons why you could be. Right. So, but you haven't done the work that Lindsay Metway has done. Right. So if you can say, I've done all that despite all these challenges, then you could say, man, my belief is it's a fact. So, right. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Barton, go ahead and say what you need to say. I know you're dying to say it. Go ahead. And then we're going to move on.
I shared it in the chat, Barbie.
Well,
but
I know, but you shared it when I'm listening to Kim, so I don't know what you said, and I'm curious.
I listened to Kim, by the way. What I said is, so I have blogs, and I've created blogs through my challenge group.
Yeah.
I have videos. I've created a ton of videos, but I haven't posted any of my blogs, and I haven't uploaded my videos because I believe that there's no value to that. So why would I post them or upload them? Because no one will get anything from it. To overcome that, if I upload the videos, if I post the blogs, and that belief does not exist, then someone will actually read it, someone will actually watch it, and there will be value to it.
Yes, then that's true. So go ahead and post them. But I want to know, do you have all the evidence that is necessary to know that that's absolutely true, that you can offer no value?
Well, so my belief is I have no value. I think the reality is I have tons of value, but
But do you have
the difference between belief and fear?
Hold on. Do you have all the evidence to prove that you have no value? You don't know what
evidence.
You don't know what I think.
I have no evidence.
Yes. Well, you might have some contributes and adds value to this group with your enthusiasm. I don't know you at all. You know, I feel like you add value by just contributing and being all in, and from the beginning of the call to the end of the call. So you definitely don't have all the evidence because you didn't know what I was going to say.
You're right.
Right? So, okay. So nobody has all the evidence. Were you going to say something, Scotty? No? Okay. All right. So the last two questions, and this is where we wrap up, and we're probably going to go 10 minutes over, is what new possibility or new thought can you create? What new possibility or new thought can you create? And actually, I just posted this before I came on my, I'm going to get the link for you guys. An article on my like page about switching these beliefs around. So hold on a second. Let me get the link. I'm going to put it in the chat box and just copy that for yourselves later. So I'm going to give you some examples, okay? Don't even open it because I don't want you to get distracted. But for example, if you say, you know, I am lonely, replace it with I enjoy, something like replace it with I enjoy and appreciate myself enough to be alone. I practice solitude. This is super, super important. Les Brown says, faith comes from hearing and hearing and hearing. So the thoughts that you repeat to yourself about yourself, like I offer no value, I'm not a good leader, I can't be a good leader, I don't, you know, I'm too busy. You probably repeat this to yourself like a freaking parrot over and over and over all day long, right? I'm not like the other top coaches. I could never be a top coach. You repeat it to yourself, and so then you start having faith in those beliefs. But if you come up with a new, more empowering belief, and you keep repeating that, you know, what they say through repetition, like it just becomes, when you, I don't mean to say it like this, but when you tell a lie often enough, it becomes real. That's because repetition, that's the key to repetition, right? So you're just replacing an old belief with a new belief. So what is that new belief that you can create for yourself that you can repeat? Another example is, I don't like my body isn't good enough, is you can replace it with my body is a gift, not a right, and I cherish and appreciate it. And one last example, and it's from this article, I'm not happy in my job or career. Give than what I receive. I practice humility. So you have the article linked to that, and you can, so let's go ahead and share, what are some empowering new thoughts that you can create to replace this limiting belief? I'll share. So if I don't have what it takes to be as awesome as Lindsay Matway, that's been my belief. I know, and so I would replace it with, I know that, and I haven't written it down yet, but I know that if I remain focused, I pour my heart and soul into others, I know that I can experience that level of success. Did you believe me right now as I said that? I felt it, right? Because I was looking at Lindsay Matway's page the other day. Actually, I was just thinking about her this morning, and I was thinking, man, this woman, like, she pours herself into people, you know, and just the way she does her retreats and like little gifts and how she invests in people and the challenges. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. I don't do that. I hadn't been doing that. And so, Cammie, you don't know this, but today when you said that you got so happy to get my voice memos, that makes me cry, you know, and that you felt that I was investing in you. And then I just was like, this is the way it's done. This is the way it's done, and that I haven't been doing it, you know? So instead of me saying, I'll never be as successful as Lindsay Matway or have, you know, X many diamond coaches, now I'm like, no, my new belief is that if I do the work and I pour my life into other people, that I will create that level of success. Okay. Who else wants to share their new empowering belief? I hope that my example helped you.
I'll go.
I'll go ahead. Oh, Okay.
Go ahead. Everybody can go.
Okay.
Guy, go ahead. Guy first. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, my limited belief is time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I can build my business up to where I want it to be in the time that I need it to be. Especially with the situation that just happened to me. Most of you probably don't know I got laid off. So I need to build up my income to where it was as quick as possible. But I need to believe that I need to do it in steps. I need to take it step by step and not say that I'm going to build it up to my six-figure income that I had before. So, and continue pushing to where I need to push and to build it up.
Yes. And you've done your DISC profile with Tony Robbins. I can give you guys a link to that too.
Yeah.
You are a method person. You do, like, statistically, the records show that you are someone that loves things that are step by step. So if you, how can you phrase it in a way that you can just repeat this? And this is part of your homework. I want you guys to come up with that empowering belief in a way that you can repeat it and it's going to become a fact eventually. I am building my business step by step so that within 1 year's time or whatever, right, Kevin? Within 1 year's time, I can be making X number of dollars. Okay. You have to come up with that and work on that. Does that help?
That helps. Yep.
Okay. So anyone else, what was and because of time, just go ahead. My limiting belief was this. My new belief is this.
Oh, I can go ahead. I thought you were asking Kevin to keep answering that.
No. Next
okay. My old belief is that people will think I'm deceptive and salesy. And my new belief is people need to hear what I have to share, and sooner than later, and people will appreciate me inviting them and me thinking of them.
How flippin' awesome does that sound? Like, did it feel good to say that?
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome. I want you to repeat that if you're doing things in the morning, your personal development. I want that to be the first thing that you say every morning. Okay. A few more shares.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Mine was that I'm not good enough and that I don't have what it takes. And the truth is, I am. I'm just afraid. So I need to start speaking that I am good enough and believing that.
So I'm just thinking, like, I am good enough. And I would add to it, work on adding to it. And if and you're a systems person too, you love steps and, procedures and stuff. So, and if I take the right steps every single day, I will, become the leader that I want to become or that I know that I can be. Okay. Scotty's men and women. Steve, you've been quiet. Talk. I'll hold you guys for 3-4 more minutes.
There you go again.
Being bossy?
Yeah, well, calling me out.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I'm still trying to, I guess, narrow down what my actual limiting belief was, because I threw out a couple different things, and I know you kept pushing me to try and find that what it was. At first, it was I'm not consistent enough. Expand and things like that. So I that's what my belief is, and maybe that's what I allow myself to think of why I'm not being a successful coach of where I want to be.
Hold on, let me tell him, okay. Yeah, you're going to go, guys, whatever work we do, we have, hi, Scotty, whatever work we do, we only have an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. So this is just, some work that you do, and then you have to go and continue working on this. And this is something that you can do every single day. Okay, let's take one more person that really wants to share. and then we're gonna wrap it up.
I
By
can
the
go
way,
if nobody else does.
okay, go ahead, and I'm actually then gonna call on Darren. So go ahead, Kim and Darren.
Okay. I put what my new possibilities or thoughts. I can try a new platform. I can tell myself that I am good enough, that I am deserving, I can do this, and I will be a top coach. I know that if I put in the work, into this consistently.
Mm-hmm. I think it's especially consistently, I will achieve that level of success. And I would get rid of forever the word try. You can try a different market. You can say, I can master, because you haven't mastered Facebook. Maybe you've tried to do Facebook ads, but you haven't mastered it. So I can master this. Okay, Darren, and then let's wrap up. Go, Darren.
I'm not really sure what.
What was your limiting belief, did you say?
That I'm not going to be able to help others become good coaches if I haven't been successful at it.
Okay, I can tell you one right now, but I'm not going to tell you. So what could you replace that with? Because is that the truth? Was Scotty always successful?
No, I guess not.
Was I always successful? Was every single top coach always a top coach?
No.
So I guess that's not, your belief is not true, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a hot mess some days too, trust me, like today. So what could you say that would be more empowering?
I'm improving every day.
And if I
just continue to I just develop myself more, then I'll just keep getting better at it.
That's it, right? So you want to make it more specific for yourself. If I practice the 3 vital behaviors every day, invite, and I'm consistent, I will be able to help other people, and so write it down. Okay, guys, so thank you, Darren. So the homework for tonight, or not for tonight, but this I do want you to take action on tomorrow, if not tonight, is to look at your notes again, write your disempowering belief, your limiting belief. I want you to write it, and I want you to freaking take a marker, cross it out, and I physically want you to freaking destroy it. And I want you to write your new empowering belief on a piece of paper somewhere you can see it, on your phone. Scotty and I are going to join you with this because I know I need this. And for homework, you're going to continue doing, for homework, I'm going to mail it to Scotty and to our team together so that you don't even have to worry about it. But the homework is going to be 3 reflection questions, plus make sure that it's forever called the Scotty Hobbs list of 10. Those are the 10. It is. I mean, everybody refers to it as that, right? So it's those 10 things that you do every day that you want to keep doing. I'll message you the homework tomorrow so that we don't take more time. Scotty, you want to take it away? Or just say anything?
I'll take it away just real quick as we ended out. I was thinking, as I listened to each of you guys and your limiting beliefs, and even listening to myself, you helped me discover that. I was listening really to Darren, and I struggled with many of those same things. That's my number one affirmation right now is I'm an amazing coach. So one thing to help me, Darren, and anybody else that struggles with that, do I have the capability to lead somebody? Am I worthy to lead somebody else? Could I be a great coach to other people? Could I build a team? All those things that we have, and if you say it in the opposite way, it's a limiting belief. I can't lead a team. I'm not good enough. I kind of gave something I did. I gave myself rules. What is I defined a good coach. What is a good coach? And I made them really simple, so I knew I could do that every single day. A good coach the rules I gave myself is that I'm clear on my purpose and vision. I write out goals, and once I'm clear on that, as long as I show up every single day and do the best I can on those vital behaviors with that clear vision and belief in myself, then that day I'm an incredible coach. I'm an amazing coach. And then in that aspect, if anybody followed that behavior, then I would be a great coach to them, because, you know, they have an example to follow that will help them improve their life. So that's one thing that really helped me, Darren, as you define, you know, for yourself, as you write out, you know, you scratch out that limiting belief, like I can't be a good coach if I don't know how to build a business, or I'm not successful, I guess is the word, yet in the business, is, you know, kind of make rules for yourself, like what is a successful coach, and then, you know, do that every single day.
A successful coach takes people along with them on their journey. So Darren, I take people with me, along with me on my journey. I like that, Scotty.
Yeah.
All right, because you're afraid that you can't lead people, but if you turn that around, the opposite of that is that you can lead people and you're leading them as you go through your own transformation. Does anyone else love these calls as much as we do? They're so awesome. At some point in the daytime, you will have homework, and then it will be due before the next, within a week. That is the cutest baby, Steve. All right. Everyone want to take a picture of the screen to post on, to tell people? Okay. See, Kevin, now your little chat box thing is going to show up on our screenshot. 1, 2, 3, smile, everyone. I look kind of crazy today. All right. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.